Welcome to the KF&JF podcast, the Table of Bethesda. My name is Zane.
I'm Sharon.
And I'm Brandon.
Yeah, what's up, guys? We back with it. Today we're going to be picking up where we left off, with the weight men carry. I'm saying that emotional side, part 2.
Yeah, that's the emotional side. Just for as men, I think we don't express our emotions, because feel like we're being weak, or our girlfriend or our wife are using it against us. And sometimes they do. They get mad, be like, hit you with the whatever that you told them that you did as a kid. They put your business out there. So I used to pee the bed. Like, come on.
Yeah, be careful who you open your secrets up to.
Right.
Man, you got to watch what you say.
Yeah, so but you're trying to have the safe space and being able to have that conversation.
Yeah, I think that how, a lot of men are just not at a place where they are comfortable speaking with other individuals, whether it be other men. I was looking at something on IG, and they had where this guy was just like, yo, I'm just gonna hold it in. Like, I'm not letting nobody know nothing about me. And I'm just like, and he got like over 100 and 200,000 followers, and I'm like, that's the message that how, we really portraying. Like, no, you can't hold it in. That emotional baggage, becomes heavy. And the reason why I say that, is just because I've come to the realization that how when you hold it on, what you went through in your youth, like whatever that would look like, you have learned a coping mechanism, right? And when you learn how to cope with that, now when you go into a relationship, whether it be a friendship, romantic, whatever, when you go into that relationship, now you're looking at the person like, nah, I can't tell you nothing. I got a defense around me.
Right.
I got certain coping mechanisms that how if you go against that, it may trigger something in me that I may snap, or I may back up, or I may walk away, or I may leave. You know what I'm saying? And then when we don't deal with those issues, like then we wonder why our divorce rate is high, or our relationships don't work, or why we baby daddies.
Right. While you run around here like Clark Kent.
Why?
You're just
why
a baby
is
daddy, no?
Yeah. But I think a lot of that, to piggyback off of that, some of that, the triggers, some people end up turning into like drugs, becoming addicts, and these would be triggers because we don't never learn how to cope with the situation or deal with whatever it is, people, it's okay every now and again. You may have your drink because you had a long day, but it get to the point where you're doing it every day because you don't want to deal with life. Eventually, you're going to have to, you're going to have to sober that up.
Exactly.
And life going to be, as soon as you sober up, tomorrow that same situation you did not want to deal with is going to be right there.
Right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you feel about it, B?
Well, I would come at it from this standpoint as far as your health. You keeping all that in, that's not good for your mental, but that's not good for your physical either.
Yeah.
And in our community, one of the top reasons that black men die is due to heart attacks, strokes, diabetes. All these things are associated with you not taking care of yourself mentally and not letting things, out the way you should.
Yeah.
Everybody has to have some type of healthy outlet.
Absolutely.
You sitting up there and you thinking that you're strong, and the whole time, you're strong, but you can only hold up a weight for so long.
No, sure.
After no matter how strong you are, you was able to lift it, but after a while, your arms are gonna get tired.
Yeah.
After a while, your heart's gonna get tired. After a while, you're physically, you're just not gonna be able to hold all that up. So sometimes you just gotta learn how to let it go.
How?
Like I was saying earlier, you gotta find your own outlet. For me, one of the things that helped me with dealing with some of the issues in my life and my anger issues and things that I've had to learn is getting closer to God.
Amen.
That works for me. May not necessarily be the level that some people are ready to go to, but for me, it has definitely been the Lord. It's being able to go to that word and being able to find a little time to pray to Him. Now, am I always doing it like I should? No, sometimes I'll be ready to react like everybody else.
Right.
You know, I'll be ready to
Ready to
react.
get down off the wall like I ain't praying today.
Yeah.
What's
It's
happening?
going down. It's going down.
But you know, like you guys said, that weight that we bear, the Bible says, you know, that go ahead and give our burdens to Him.
Yeah.
But we don't want to listen. We want to go ahead and carry it ourselves, and that's not how it's supposed to be. He's here to help us.
Yeah, I think that how, you know what I'm saying, I was talking to a younger brother, and he was like, he asked me, he said, yo, do you feel like all prayers are answered? I'm saying, I was like, yeah, of course. What are you talking about? I'm saying, and then he hit me like, not everything is answered at the same time. So like some prayers may go and it takes a while before it can get answered. So it's like, goes back to one of our first episodes was like that relationship. You know what I'm saying? What is that relationship that you have with God? You know, and a lot of people that may be going through mental health where they just can't deal with it, they probably don't got that relationship. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know where to even start at. And for me, like what I had to do, I just had to make up in my mind how I was going to change.
That's right.
You know, like, yo, this is just not for me. Like, I can't keep doing this. Like, because it was either how I was going to end up in jail or I was going to end up dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was one of the two. It was either a jail cell or a cemetery.
Right.
And, it was just one of those things. Like, you really have to just make up in your mind, like, look, whoever's listening out there, make up in your mind, I am going to change. And all it takes is, Father, I don't know you.
Right.
Reveal yourself to me. You feel me? I'm saying, because that burden of how we carry every day, I'm saying, even when you give your life to God, it doesn't stop.
No, it don't get easy. It don't get easy because you saved. Please don't make that mistake. Like, because I started serving God, my life is gonna get easy.
And you're not gonna be perfect.
No, at all.
So
You're still gonna mess up. You still gonna get angry. You still gonna have some flaws.
Yeah, and life gonna keep life.
Life gonna keep
Life
life.
gonna keep life, bro.
And just to share, let me tell y'all, it was possibly last night. I probably wasn't gonna. If I would have went through with what my flesh wanted to do, I probably wouldn't have been here today. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that how I got certain things going on in my life that the only reason how, you know what I'm saying, like I'm still functioning is because of my relationship with God.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really be having to like turn to Him and be like, yo, I need you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what that connection is. It's not a dial-up. It's not a, you know what I'm saying, oh, I got bad signal. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't have one to begin with.
Right.
It's one of those like,
you just never
I
press
feel
send.
like when exactly. I'm the Wi-Fi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on
Right.
that Wi-Fi level. Like,
Right.
yo, I'm just going straight. It's going straight to Him because, bro, like, it got certain people that, a certain individual. I'm saying I'm giving them to God because I'm not perfect, y'all. I'm saying,
none of us
you
are.
know, but I trust in God and I rely on God. But it's those things that how I be wanting to, certain things that go on in my life that how somebody I feel like God should touch him or allow me to touch him. And
that's that anger.
That's the anger.
That's the anger.
Yeah,
that
anger.
We get in our flesh. Well, all of us. Somebody knock over your milk, and you like, that's the last cup of milk. Like, come on, bro.
It's going down.
Yeah, it's going down. So it's learning to figure out, like they say, you never let nobody see you sweat. If people can find out, they can push your button. Like, if I knock over his milk, he finna flip out.
Yeah.
Like, stop letting them knock over stop flipping out over the milk.
Yeah.
Learn another way to challenge yourself. I mean, I had anger issues the same way. That's why I love fighting. So it'd be like, I wasn't able to control that thing until I got maybe like 13. Then once I learned how to it was funny to me when people wanted to fight. Like, oh, that's what you want to do? And then I learned in life, you have to take that same approach. Like, stop letting people get you out of character.
Right. Yeah.
After God didn't put in all the work and He put you through all these trials and tribulations to build the character, and you let somebody come along and just tear down what God just built in you, and you the one had to walk through the valley. They didn't.
Right.
So why would you let them give somebody that much power to control your life? And if you don't know no better at times as people, even as men, we don't understand that. Like, stop giving people the power to piss you off. Like, learning how to control that anger is learning how to deal with yourself first.
Yeah.
If you can't deal with yourself, so somebody easy gonna be to upset you if you don't know how to deal with you. If you can't control your own temper and your movements. Somebody every day like, you a hothead.
Yep. Watch this.
Watch this.
I got you.
Watch this. I got him.
Sometimes we take pride in being a hothead. Unfortunately.
Well, some people do.
Some people do.
I'm saying because they're just not aware yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially when you're younger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You take pride in it.
It is because you get that street cred. You get that street stamp of approval that how you don't want to touch them. You don't want to mess with them.
Crash out in the what?
And I mean, sometimes even giving that street cred makes you a target.
Exactly.
Because you got another guy who's got a bad temper and he's
like,
my temper.
I'm better than him.
Right. Yeah. There's always that guy. That guy. Yeah. There's always him.
But yeah, I just like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we've been getting a lot of. I've been getting. Well, I know you guys have as well. Been getting a lot of comments and people in the DMs and like, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I had a woman ask me, I'm saying, and she was like, how do you teach your wife how to be, a wife?
You don't.
Well, my response to her was, I'm saying, like, what is the foundation of the relationship?
Yeah, what is your standard?
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like as a man, you have to teach your woman what you like. You know what I'm saying? And a woman needs to teach your man what she likes. You know what I'm saying? But none of that matters if your foundation. What is your foundation built on?
Right.
Is it built on she look good? He look hot. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. You can't build nothing on that. You can't build it on looks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they're going to get old.
That part.
And that's definitely.
They're going to get seasoned. Let me take that old back. I don't want to ruffle no feathers. They're going to get seasoned.
That's definitely true. But, as talking about the weight that we carry as men, if your son was to come to you, I'm asking both of y'all because you both are fathers of sons, and they were talking about just the stress that they were dealing with, and they really needed some advice, what would be the best advice that you could give your son? It's time for a break.
Yeah, so I'll answer that as soon as we come back from break.
I'm your host, Brian Weathers, former Division I athlete and overseas pro. Each week I sit down with players, coaches, and grinders who lived the game but didn't always reach the dream. From college standouts to overseas warriors, this is where we unpack the truth. Behind the journey, the highs, the lows, the heartbreak, and life after the final buzzer.
He's on his way, he's about to get paid, he's on his way to Hollywood. He's on his way.
And we back, y'all. We back. No, right before break, you had a great question. I'm saying you want to go ahead and re-ask that?
Yeah, I was asking you guys as fathers, if your child was to come to you and ask you about how to deal with anger, what would be your response? But also, I want to ask that to the audience too. I think that'd be good. Go ahead and leave it in the comments, your answer, and not just for men, women too. How would you answer that? Because women deal with anger issues too.
Yeah, absolutely.
How would you answer that question if your child was saying that they were dealing with the stress and the weight of life? Because no matter what age they are, they have some type of pressure on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So,
And even if could your child come to you and ask you that question? Or do you have the open door policy as a parent? You know, do your children even feel safe even coming to you asking that question? And if they don't, I'm not telling you like you need to fix your parenting. I'm not the person to tell you you're doing anything wrong, but you might want to look into it. You know, if your kids, you don't have the open door policy, where
for sure.
your kids can't come to you and ask you an adult question without being lashed out at or being judged or being treated like a kid. Not saying you treat them like an adult, but you give them the floor when you have the open door policy, and they should be able to speak freely without profanity, but being able to tell you whatever that's bothering them without you going into parent mode.
you mean you're asking your parents a question shouldn't feel like fear factor?
Right. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get whooped about this one.
Wow.
Like, can I speak freely? Like, how free you can speak freely without cussing?
Imagine that. So with that being said, Zane,
Yeah.
how would you say that to little Zane?
Ah, man, you know, that's the prince right there, you know.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Yes, sir. No, my son is he thinks different. I'm saying I remember when he was little, I was trying to get him into Pee-wee. I was like, yo, I'm about to have the next son, you know.
Deion Sanders out here, right? Even a BB
And he was like, he said to me, Dad, I'm gonna ask you a serious question. He said, you always teach me, you know, don't let nobody hit on me. Why am I gonna play football and let somebody hit me?
Right.
You know? And I was like,
Good response, nephew.
I said, well, it's a sport. He said, nah. He's like, you know, and he said to me, he's like, Dad, if somebody hit me, I'm gonna get mad. It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
And I had to listen to that and be like, okay, well, you know, if you already know at a young age that, yo, you got a little temper to you, I as a parent need to listen to that and adhere to that. Like, don't force him into, you know what I'm saying, into something because I want to see him, you know, play that. You don't want to do that. So for me, like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I would just, you gotta understand, like, if your kid has an anger problem or is angry about stuff, you gotta find the root to it. I'm saying, well, let's talk about it. Let's break that down. You know, let's unpack that. When you say you're angry, what are you angry? Why are you angry? What are you angry about? I'm saying, what's causing the anger? I'm saying, you gotta unpack the layers to it. I'm saying, to get them to really open up and say, yo, I'm angry because you don't go and buy me this, or you don't do this, or whatever the case may be. You gotta find the root of the problem. I'm saying, before you can just sit up here and be like,
That's judgment.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be mad at that.
You shouldn't be mad. Or, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I got people who was like, yo, I'm saying, I saw how you going to therapy. I think I'm gonna put my kid in therapy. Whoa.
You should go before him.
That's not what I'm saying.
Right. You should be going.
You know, that's not what we're saying here. We're saying that how, yo, it's okay to speak to somebody.
Right.
Your kid, you are their therapist. That's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to come to you and say, yo, Mom, Dad, this is what I'm going through.
I take that. So, Sharon?
Well, it's one of those, like, because I know my oldest son got all of me. When I tell you all of me,
What's up,
you know.
nephew?
Yeah, because I got, like, temper, anger. Oh, yeah, I'm like, I tell people I stay mad. Like, I'm going to fight you with the smile on my face. They be like, something different. I'm like, so it's that. So dealing with anger as a man, like, people like, how you deal with it? I just stay mad all day. They be like, that's crazy. I'm like, maybe to you.
So you really sit around here and stay angry all day?
Not angry to the point where where I'm gonna like go off or go poster or anything like that. But I stay mad to the point where I know you can't make me any upset about anything that you do. That's what I mean. I stay mad. I stay in an element to where you can't upset me.
You can't drive me.
You can't drive me to do anything else. Like I'm at my limit. My cup is full. I'm already angry.
That's an interesting concept.
Because like if I go like la 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 like it's rainbows all day, and then it rains. Now it's gonna change my attitude, my perspective.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So now if I'm already upset, you can't upset me.
Yeah, you're at your max, right?
Right, and my cup is full.
But is that good for you though?
It's been working for almost 50 years. I'm not saying it's healthy.
And that's where I'm trying to go
Right.
with that, right? Because that's what I was saying. That was the important part is your
Well,
health.
I'm learning to not to be mad at. Lots of anger came from mad about stuff that I cannot control, and I'm mad at it because I can't control it.
So are you really trusting God?
And that's where now I started to surrender more. Now to be like, I'll be like, that's your problem, God. I don't even worry about it. Once I lay it at His feet, like, yeah, here you go.
But did you really lay it at His feet if you're still carrying it?
I don't carry it no more.
You don't carry it. So you're not angry no more.
No. But that was like the old me. I stay mad all the time.
So this is a previous you.
Yeah.
So now we talking about joyous, happy.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
There's no reason for me to be upset at anything because
All right, good, because
Be about to lay hands on
right.
as soon as the show goes off, you know.
He said, "Powder, please." But
Powder me.
yeah,
Where's my oil at?
right. He's gonna anoint you right now.
Nah.
In the name of the Father,
Right.
the Son, the Holy Ghost.
But it's just one of those.
Be here with Brother
Right.
Shrine.
But being able to see that, and it makes my wife nervous sometimes because my son, the field that he's in the military. Not saying he can't control himself or nothing like that, but as young boys, you have the temperaments of your father, and it's
You can. Yeah.
you can. It's just inherited. It's like I tell people, you get it honest, and it's not nothing that your child seeks to do. It's just if you're a dad, if you're Superman, when you talking about Clark Kent, if you Superman and your kids see you on a regular basis, you're gonna emulate everything that you do.
Yeah.
Some things are hereditary. I mean, I didn't know my biological father growing up,
Right.
but when I've met people that have met him, they say, "Oh, you kind of similar." I don't have a childhood memory of the man,
Right.
to be honest with you. But also my stepfather, who I grew up with, people say I'm very similar to him. So some things are just learned,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And we get it. Like I always tell people, you get it honest without you even knowing that you picked up that grape or that apple. Like, oh, you like apples because your daddy like apples.
possibly.
Yeah, and just be one of those. But that anger thing, when you try to just teach them how to channel it, and like my thing was always been teaching my kids how to box. Like you have to have a release for young boys.
And that's what we were saying earlier.
Yeah,
You got to find what works for
You got to have an outlet for young boys, whether it's football, something where they can get that frustration off. Where they can go hit something. Not your walls, not tear up your mama drywall punching on. Because I hit a drywall at my mama's house or my granny house. Punch a hole in something over there if you want to. Like these parents that you walk around here like your kid friend, you don't want to discipline your kid. I ain't trying to tell you how to discipline your kid, but it's if he don't obey your rules, he definitely ain't going to obey the law. So you could give your kid a one-way ticket to the ground or to the penitentiary.
So
And that's real, man. Like, we just, we're really doing this for the youth out there. Saying,
and even as men,
and men,
that we thought the way we were raised was correct. Even and at times it wasn't. It seemed like it was, but
yeah, and it goes back to our some of our other topics. It's just, we have this social media, and we have this world that we live in now that will tell you that how
you got to do this.
Look, so. I've been looking at social media, ever since we started this podcast. I've been on social media a whole lot more, right? And I'm going to really speak on this right now. Hold on. Well, let me tell you. It got so much out there in social media right now. I'm not knocking social media. It could be beneficial for, whatever it is to how you do. but you can't listen to everything. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got some pastors on there saying one thing, another pastor on there saying something different. I'm saying you got one group of people saying, yo, come do this. You got one group of people saying that. And you can really, in a matter of 20, 30 minutes, an hour, get hit with so many different realities.
And be on an emotional roller coaster.
And be on a straight, whoa, hold up. She just said, yeah, I totally agree with that.
Right.
I'm saying you keep scrolling. Man, he's saying something different, opposite to what she just said. And all it is that algorithm start picking up like, oh, you watch this? Oh, you like that? Oh, let me start feeding you. But that's where you gotta know to separate the two. You people, if you don't separate it, you will be on that emotional baggage that we're talking about, that anger, that frustration, that lustful nature, that, I'm saying, everything that how you feel like you're dealing with on a regular basis, it will intensify. I'm saying, you got to take a step back and be like, yo, I need to work on my connection.
Right.
I'm saying, I need to work on, you know what I mean, on me. I need to figure out what's wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? You do that by turning to God and being like, look, I need your help. Because I don't know what's going on. You got all kind of opinions out here. You know what I'm saying? These fools up on here on Table of Bethesda saying one thing, next podcast saying something different,
Right.
Social media saying something, whatever. So figure out who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? Figure out like what keeps you going, what, you know what I'm saying, is your better attributes.
If you are a Bible believing person, I would say filter everything through the Word of God.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Regardless of what a pastor, somebody tell you,
like, show me scripture.
As
filter
as a believer, we know better. Like, somebody could tell you whatever, but if that don't line up to what the Bible say, like, yeah, you give me your opinion of the word,
your interpretation,
your interpretation, and like you can go get a bunch of different translations if you want to. If that don't line up with what he's saying, that's not the word of God. That man just giving you his opinion. So, and at the end of the day, regardless of what another man tells you to do, you're still accountable for your actions.
Absolutely.
Period. You know, and as men, we're taught to, you know, while the angels stir in the water. We're always taught to stand around the pool and watch everybody else get their healing, and we stand around hurting in silence. So my deploy for men today, like, stop standing around in silence. You know, if you hurting, connect with somebody. Matter of fact, this is the task for a lot of the men. If you're watching, call one of your partners, one of your best friends, and check in for the week. See how they doing. If he ain't talking to you in a month, 6 months, call that man. Wait, don't text him. Like, call him. Get a verbal communication. See, check on your boys. See how they doing. You know, because everybody, as men, we're not gonna reach out. He's just gonna fester in his mess. You know, before you know it, you know, something happened to him.
Absolutely.
You know, my youngest son's mom, her brother, he passed away like 3 weeks ago. This brother only been out of prison maybe 2.5 years, 3 years.
Yeah, something like that.
And he passed away from an overdose. And it was like when he first had he, I wouldn't say spazzed out, crashed out, but he had a blow up when he's angry about something. That was my cry to like, let me hurry up and get this podcast going, because there's so many men out here that we deal with these processes and these issues, and our crashing out is not us trying to be hard sometimes or tough. Sometimes that crash out is a cry out for help, and the people don't even pay attention to it. He ain't crashing out to look crazy or hard or cool. He crashing out because he don't know no better. He need help, and this is the only way that he can say, I need help. But if you're not being privy and paying attention, that's a cry for help sometimes. That ain't because he out here wilding trying to get street cred.
Right.
So at that, what I'm saying is, you know, pay attention to your people in your circle, your family members. You know, you can't say that's my boy or that's my brother, and you see him out here on some felonious capers, and you continue to keep allowing him to keep going down the hole. I know you can't control or make that man do right, but at least do your part. Say something to him, anything. Pull him to the side. Like, hey, bro, you know, you in need for something or whatever the case. Listen to his heart. Listen to him. Have a conversation with him.
So we're coming to the end of the show. Appreciate what you guys had to say. Once again, we always speaking from the heart here. But also not only reach out to somebody. If you feel like this podcast can help somebody, share it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we're up here doing it.
We giving real life
situations, stuff that we've been through.
Sure.
Yeah, man. And we ain't even touched the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
No, we have.
There's a lot of stuff, and even if there's topics that you guys think that we should touch on, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. We have no problem of getting to it, and any questions that y'all think we should answer or respond to on the air, put it in the chat, and we definitely will respond to your questions and give your answers on the air.
With
Man,
that being
out there that hit me with the question, I'm saying we will talk about, possibly making that, because women want to know. They want to know, like, yo, how do I be a better wife to my husband?
And this is
we'll touch on that.
This is a podcast for both men and women. It is male centric, but it's for both.
Yeah.
So we appreciate all the people that's been viewing, commenting, liking.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming to another episode of the Table of Bethesda. I'm Brandon.
I'm Sharon.
And I'm Zane. Salute.